Hi, I'm Lamborghini C, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Well, I wanted to do kind of an update and, kind of like, go back and have some discussion around a topic that we touched on probably a couple months ago. So, you guys may recall when I did the show around healthcare, and I actually had a healthcare broker join us to talk about getting insurance for yourself if you are someone that may be employed by yourself, and you're an entrepreneur, and just navigating through that entire process. So we had Natalie Stewart join us, who actually is my personal healthcare broker. And so I want to follow up just on, having used the package that she provided me with. So I don't know that we touched on this a whole lot during that show because the purpose of that particular show was really to give like some general information to really help educate folks and really to like take again, like to take the fear away from the fact that you may have to go out and get some benefits on your own because again, like it's not like the boogeyman. It's really not as bad of a process as I think I had built it up in my mind to be, for myself personally. And I'm back with an update on how I'm enjoying that coverage. Now, we joked around kind of during that segment during the show that, like she mentioned, everyone doesn't need the Cadillac, package. And I kind of joked, the Lamborghini package. And that was, kind of in pun, but it also, there was some truth behind that, right? Because the package that I did choose, it was one of the more premier packages. I won't go into the dollar amount because like I don't want people reaching out to her like saying, "Hey, I thought it was this amount," because it may change. Like from year to year, we know that healthcare insurance premiums go up. But I will say this to like put it in perspective. It is the equivalent of what some people probably pay per month for a car note. And again, everyone doesn't need that package, but I knew kind of what I wanted. The package that I went with actually appealed to me because it resembled for me like the pack healthcare coverage that I grew up on, the healthcare coverage that I knew that my father had still, which most people aren't able to get. It resembled healthcare coverages that I've known, like some friends and some individuals that I'm close with that have played in the NFL specifically, and their benefits packages, like what they've shared with me, like as far as like healthcare plans and things of that nature, and just some of the features, like Twitter, that there is no deductibles and no premiums, like at all. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, no deductibles and no, premiums or what have you when you go to the doctor, right? So you go to the doctor, right? You don't ever have to worry about paying anything out of pocket. And then you do have a max, um, what is it called? A max allowance or a max out of pocket amount, right, that you have to meet. Now, some of these healthcare plans that are out there today, some of them are crazy. Like some of them have like max out of pockets of like 25,000 or 15,000 or 10 or 7. Like those are really the options that they're given to people, right? And I think for those, like people are still paying like 150 or 200 and something a month, like for those packages, right? And so again, like that's where like you hear kind of the horror stories of someone having a health ailment or a health issue that comes up, and it really can like completely, aside from just dealing with the health ailment, it can ruin them financially, right? Because usually if you do have a health issue, it's unexpected. And so, unfortunately, with some of these ridiculous healthcare plans with these max out of pocket amounts, like it really can like drastically change someone's life. And so again, just me kind of, thinking old school and being a planner, planning ahead, and understanding as an entrepreneur, I don't necessarily, unless I have like, there's some of my clients are on retainer, and then there's other like larger projects that I have like a set, time period. Like I know it's a 5 month project or a 6 month project. But like the reality is, as an entrepreneur, sometimes you're not able to precisely predict like what your income may be month to month, right? There may be some variance. It may be more than you thought it was going to be. It may be double what you thought it was going to be, or you might end up making triple. It sometimes depends. There's some variance, especially as you're kind of just building, right? And so for me, I wanted to provide a little more stability or reassurance for myself. And so at least like that, I knew, okay, this is the most out of pocket that I would have. And I think it's um, like 3 grand or something like that. And so that worked for me. Now, to my surprise, what I was not expecting, because I recently used my healthcare coverage. I got to go see my doctor, and she gave me a whole once over, like, and do everything. And then I also go to the chiropractor, and so, they allow a certain amount of appointments for that. Right, so I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely using that. Now, what I did not expect is that I would be receiving checks in the mail, which was crazy. So much so that I had to call Natalie, my healthcare broker, and ask, is this right? Do I need to give this to Dr. So and so? Did they not pay them? Like, what is going on here? And she explained to me, no, it's that the plan that you have, the they have a certain amount of allowance that they pay for different procedures. And then when you go to the doctor, they take what the doctor charges, and then they deduct, like, if their allowance is higher than what the doctor charges, you actually get the difference. So I got checks back in the mail for the difference of the amount. And it wasn't just small change. I mean, it was, it wasn't significant, but it was nice amounts. And so it was to my surprise. But as I started thinking about it, I said, like, this is kind of messed up, because in order to have like this benefit, right, I had to get like a premier expensive package, like healthcare plan. But when you think about it, like, imagine like how encouraging it would be. It would change the whole thought process around health and around going to the doctor, especially in our community, in the black community, right? Because oftentimes, like, growing up, I know, you'd hear things, or people would have thoughts or ideas around going to the doctor, that it created added cost, right? So you better not get sick, you better not, get sick, you better stay healthy. But imagine if you were, in a situation where your mind was able to be shifted, because you had healthcare plans growing up where you were incentivized to go to the doctor. You would actually receive checks in the mail just from going and merely having your checkups, having your mammograms done, having, your annual exams done, and making sure that you're staying on top of your health. Imagine how that changes your thoughts around health and staying on top of your health psychologically. Like, that's a complete culture shift. And that really just, like, I don't know, it hit me. It hit me, and it hit me hard. I was talking to my cousin about it, because I was mentioning to her, like, this was a shock to me. And I was just like, this is interesting. Like, imagine if growing up, like, we had this. Like, imagine how, again, how it would shape our little minds. Like, you would be excited to go to the doctor, right? Well, let's go see how I'm doing. It's time for you'd be begging your parents. It's time, did we schedule my annual exam? Like, we gotta go and see how I'm doing. Like, it would just like change the whole, like, again, perspective around health, because really health is wealth, right? Again, we want to grow health our wealth and we want to grow our bank accounts and things, but we want to make sure that we're living our best lives. And the best way to do that is to make sure that you are healthy. We want to be happy, healthy, and wealthy, baby. And so imagine, if we could just change that stigma and change our mindset and our thoughts around investing in ourselves and our health, right? And investing in making sure that we are able to live our best lives, like from the inside out, right? It makes you stay, dedicated to some of your health goals and some of your health plans and making sure that you're staying active and things like that. And so again, like that just set with me. So I just wanted to come on and share that bit of an update and also an encouragement, even if you don't have one of those health plans, because some of us don't have control, especially if, we may still be with a company that's providing our health care for us, and that might not be a benefit, right, where you're going to get the payments back. Because again, like your corporation has to make sure that they get a health care plan that fits like their entire employee population. And so sometimes you aren't able to get like as refined plans as that you could get, like if you're just searching for yourself. But if I could encourage you with anything today, it's to like begin to change your mindset and your thoughts around your health and staying on top of your health and staying on top of those doctor's visits and things of that nature, and looking for like alternatives that are healthy and more in a natural state to be able to aid you. Like those that know me know that I'm all about natural health, and so you'll know like the doctors and things that I see, well, again, they are licensed and degreed and certified, right, in the medicine or the area that they operate in, but their minds are more open than some of the average people that are their peers in the field. Like my chiropractor, like he is freaking awesome, and he is such a holistic like person. All right, he's going to look for a holistic alternative for everything, and he's very good about bringing those into the office and actually having options for us to purchase right from his office, right? So you don't necessarily have to go, it's not necessarily him, saying, hey, why don't you try this particular vitamin or this particular herb, and then you're going now on your own to go search for it at the healthcare store. No, usually he'll bring that stuff in house, so it's right there. You can purchase it right from him, and so I love having that availability to me. And with my primary care physician, she doesn't necessarily like she doesn't have the supplements in house, but she's at least open and she will be honest. Like if I ask, and she's make sure she's knowledgeable about these things. So if I ask, okay, what's the like natural alternative? Can I take this to be able to help me, in this particular area? Like she's gonna keep it real with me and not again toe the line of, well, I need to prescribe this medicine to you, and then get you on this regimen where you have to be on this medicine for 10 years or so. So again, like let's begin to change our mindset as we're working to elevate our lives and working toward our goals. Begin to have a focus around increasing your health and making it a priority and making it something that isn't like a regrettable event that you have to go do, but an enjoyable event. And I'm so thankful at this stage and this age in my life. That's what it is for me, because I have taken the time to like pick great healthcare providers that I've built relationships with, so I enjoy seeing them. So it's a treat to go to the office. But now that I'm getting, look, I'll get, and I know that I'm going to get paid to go, shoot, count me in all the time. So again, this is Lamborghini C, and remember, health is wealth, and enjoy your week. Bye.